Hey guys, good morning. I am Hpcl and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I would like to talk about how to get into PSUs. I have been receiving a lot of messages and a lot of queries regarding PSUs. How to get into PSUs, what is the shortlisting criteria that is followed by PSUs in selecting the candidates, and a lot of other queries that have been asked by the recently qualified chartered accountants. So I've decided that I will make a video on this. So in this video I will be talking about what are the ways in which a PSU select the CAs or CMAs, and what are the shortlisting criteria that is being followed by PSUs, and what is the weightage that is given to the academics and your interview rounds by PSUs, and finally what are the PSUs that visit ICA campus placements frequently, and to which locations does these PSUs come every year. So this is going to be the agenda of this video. I hope you will be benefited by this video, and in case if you find this video useful, I request you to subscribe my channel. That would really indicate me that you are liking my videos, and that would motivate me in doing more and more videos in the future. So yes, let's get into the video. So the first part of the video is what are the ways in which a PSU select the candidates. Now candidates, I mean here CAs, and also to larger extent many of CMAs are also recruited by the same PSUs in a similar way. So to some extent this is applicable to both CAs and also CMAs. Now coming to the ways in which PSU select the candidates or recruit the candidates is broadly two ways. The first is through campus placements. Now what happens through this method is often many PSUs, be it Maharatna companies or Navaratnas or Mini Ratnas, they come directly to the campus. Like they come to ICA campus or they come to CMA campus. They recruit the candidates from there. They might be having a direct interview, or they might be having interview plus group discussion, such kind of things in the selection criteria, and they select the candidates directly from there. So this is one method that is followed by the PSUs in selecting the candidates. Now the second method which PSUs follows, and which many of them are not aware, is through notification. So what happens is many of the PSUs, they release a notification, all India level notification. In that notification they'll mention the eligibility criteria, they'll mention the number of CAs or CMAs that are required by them. They'll list out what is the selection criteria. They might be having an exam followed by group discussion followed by interview. So this is one of the methods through which PSU select the CMS and CS. So as I've said you, there are two methods in which PSU select the candidates. That is through campus placements, where they come directly to the CA campus or CMA campus, and then they recruit the candidates. And the second way is through the notification. They release a notification, and from there you can find out all the details. So these are the two ways in which the PSUs select the candidates. So that's the first part. Now coming to the second part of the video. The second part is what is the shortlisting criteria that is followed by PSUs in shortlisting the candidates. Now many of you are not aware that PSU is a government organization, and as a result all the reservation rules that are normally laid down by the government, which are in the constitution, will be applicable to the post given by the PSUs also. So as a result, in addition to the merit candidates, many people who are from these minority community groups, they will also be selected by PSUs. So there are two shortlisting criteria that is being followed by PSUs. First is on the basis of merit. Okay, so they consider your marks, they consider your academic performance. Now this can happen in two ways. First is if they are coming directly to the campus, and if they are not conducting any kind of exam, written exam, they are going for a direct interview. In that case, your past academic scores, let's say your CA final scores or CMA final scores, that will be the criteria for them to shortlist you. Okay, now if they are not going through this method, like if they are conducting one all India level exam, then the marks which they are getting in that exam, that will be considered in the merit category. Okay, so this is the first criteria which they consider in shortlisting you to the next rounds. Okay, now the second shortlisting criteria is these minority community groups and also gender reservations. PSUs, they follow these gender reservation rules, and also the minority community groups. They select these people also in the selection process. Okay, so in according to the In addition to the merit basis, they are also selected on the reservation basis. That reservation can be either you are from the minority groups, that can be OBC, general, who are from economically backward sections, and SCs, STs and other minority groups. Okay, and they also follow this male and female ratio. So all the females also will be given duly important role in the shortlisting criteria. So two methods, that is, first is through merit basis, the marks which you get in CA final or the marks which you get in the written exam, that will be considered. If you are a non-reservation candidate, that will be selected, that will be the criteria. And if you are from a reservation candidate, your OBC, SC, ST, those criteria will be followed. So that's the second part. What is the shortlisting criteria that is followed by PSUs in shortlisting the candidates? Okay. Now coming to the third part of the video, what is the weightage that is assigned by the PSUs to your academic performance and to the other modes of other rounds of interview. Now what happens is, generally in the outside interviews, maybe majority of the your ultimate selection will be dependent on your personal interview, but it doesn't happen in the PSUs. What happens exactly in PSUs is, PSUs, they give major importance to your academic scores or to the written exam scores. Let's say you are having a direct interview with PSU and you're having a very good score in your CA final. Let's say you have got an all India rank, or let's say you have got a very good percentage, let's say 60-65% of marks in CA final, but you feel that you have not performed to that extent in your interview. But the thing is, PSUs, they give majority of their weightage to your academic scores. Let's say in almost many of the cases, 80 to 85% of the total weightage will be given to your academic scores or to the written exam scores. So the balance 10 to 15% only is given to your group discussion, your interview round and other selection things. Okay, so the catch here is, if you are someone having a great score in academics, and if you feel PSU is your dream, then you should definitely focus on PSU, because PSU, they give more importance to your academic scores than to your performance in your personal interview. So that's what the meaning I want to convey. Let's say you have got a rank in CFN, but you have felt that you have not performed well in the interview, but still you will be having a lot of chance in getting selected by the PSUs. So the major weightage that is given by PSUs is to your academic scores, then comes your interview score, then comes your group discussion and all other things. Now this is through direct campus. Now let's say if you are going through this notification process, the marks which you get in the written exam, that will be the major weightage. Let's say you have got good marks in that written exam, then the chances of getting selected in PSU is very high. Okay, so that's the third part of this video. What is the weightage that is assigned by PSUs to your academic scores and to your interview scores? Now coming to the final part of the video, what are the companies, what are the PSUs that visit CA campus frequently, and what are the locations does this PSUs visit every year? So as you are aware, ICA conducts campus placements twice a year, and many companies visit ICA campus and they recruit candidates. So PSUs also come to ICA campus placements, and there are actually, if you see the trend, there are sure short of companies, sure short of PSU groups that have been visiting ICA campus and recruiting the candidates. So if you're someone like having a dream of getting into a particular company or particular PSU like BPCL or Iocl or Hpcl, then you should focus on these companies, because these are some of the regular PSUs that have been visiting ICA campus every year. The list of companies or list of PSUs which visit ICA campus every year are IOC, BPCL, ONGC, and NLC is there, NMDC is there. Then there are other PSUs also. So these are some of the sure short PSUs that visit campus every year and they select the candidates. So you have to keep a keen watch on these particular companies if you are someone having a dream of getting into these companies. And another important thing which you need to remember is, these PSUs, they visit a particular location only. Let's say in ICA campus there are 4 to 5 major centers are there, and PSUs visit to only these centers. Now let's say if you are selecting some other center and if you are having a dream of getting into PSU, then it would be difficult for you to get a PSU job through campus. So if you are someone who is willing to get into PSU, then you should select your choice of that center very consciously. Now let's say to the South Indians, if they want to get into PSUs, Chennai is the center where PSUs visit every year. So if you are someone who is willing to get into PSU and if you are selecting something like Bangalore as the campus location, then you will not be having the chance to get into PSUs. So if you are someone who is willing to get into PSU, then the selection of your campus center becomes very important. So you have to select that very consciously, and this is something which I want to convey from this video. Okay, so that's all about PSUs, and I hope this video is giving some kind of clarity on PSUs and their other things. If you find this video useful, please like this video and also subscribe to my channel. This would really motivate me to do more and more videos in the future. And thank you so much for listening, and Jai Hind.